Okay. Hello and welcome back to the Real Estate Unlimited podcast. My name's Sierra Steinmetz.
Brian Schuby.
Bill Jones.
And we're the Jones Home Team.
And this is episode 78, and you'll see a familiar face if you're watching. If not, listening, you'll hear our own Tara Sams back again. How you doing, Tara?
Hi.
Hi, she's here. So she's got all kind of topics for us. We'll come back to that. Shub, what are you getting into? Voter registration.
Yeah, just the elections are coming up here, I think May, so just wanted to kind of go over a couple things there.
What you need to do for that? Sierra's a mystery here. What do you have? You had something you're going to surprise us
Tara
with?
Today.
Ooh, we're dropping some questions on Tara here. She's, I'm sure, excited for that. I've got like 15 things. I'm going to just pick a couple, I guess, see where the conversation goes. And I know Jason had mentioned something like about pre-approval letters and things like that. So I guess the one thing I wanted to get into too, I'm not going to touch the private listing crap we've been talking about with Compass and all that stuff. Not much anyways. Other than I just saw, Tara, you sent us something. RE/MAX has something now.
Zillow, yeah.
So I guess we're on the other side of the fence now. So Compass, what little I saw, I haven't read the article yet, but apparently we're more partnering on the Zillow side than that, I guess. I don't know.
I think Keller Williams did the same thing that we did, I believe.
Yeah, and then who was the other one? And Howard Hanna is going the Compass direction. I think they're doing
the Hanna List.
Hanna List, yeah. So they're kind of doing. So it's like everybody's like all over the place. I don't know what the right thing. That's all I'll talk about it with that. I'm done with it from there. Other than we don't know, still a big mystery. But who wants to kick us off? We just start grilling Tara.
Yeah, I'll go
Let's
first.
go do it.
Let's talk, TT. Let's get deep. No, Tara, I just want to ask you a couple questions. You are obviously our trusty leader, the woman behind all the scenes. My first question for you is, what is your favorite part about your job?
Oh, we really are grilling her. Yes, the podcast is for sure her favorite thing.
Not the podcast. It's probably the data entry.
Really?
Yeah.
Not us?
Well, yes, but probably the data entry in the day-to-day.
Is that like
things.
satisfying when you like get through a file?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
See, and that's just like a nightmare to me. So I'm so glad you like that.
I would love that too.
I really do like sending documents for you guys, like when you can. I don't know, there's just something about being able to see something clean and all signed and ready to go. But
we should just make a new forms for her. She's putting logos on her stuff. She's so excited.
Oh, she loves it.
Yeah, that was fun.
Tara and Canva are best friends. Canva sponsor Tara.
Yeah, we need an affiliate link. So Tara's affiliate link for Canva.
Canva hates it.
Check the description for that. So.
Okay, flip the switch. What is your least favorite part of your job?
Oh yeah, I want to hear this.
She's like, Bill Jones.
Thinking, am I allowed to say that here?
Yeah.
It's probably waiting on everyone else.
Fair.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because you can't do your job if you don't have what you need, right?
It's probably, some of it's related to like documentation. Like when I see a photo of a document, like, I don't know. It's just, it's a long list.
You're very particular about
right.
how you like things done.
She wants her scanned version. She does not like photos.
That is
Nice
annoying,
and
though.
clean.
You get, like, I don't think, most of our agents don't do that, do they? I mean, every now and again.
No, but they get documents that are just photos of other documents.
That is horrifying.
It is. It's
especially when, like, the thing that annoys me is, like, when the signature boxes are like this,
Yes.
and the pages
Right.
are half folded in the picture, and it's
Yes,
like,
or it's crooked and half of it's not there.
Yeah, like I have
there's-
lots of tips for .loop.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of I shouldn't say a lot, but I mean, some agents you wouldn't expect that do that to a sender that, hey, I'm not saying I've never done that. Like if I'm in a pickle, I'm just like, dude, I don't know. If you need this thing right now, here's a picture. But even then you have like scanner things on your phone you can use.
Right.
In their defense, I think a lot of agents are doing it from their phone. And .loop on the app or on your phone is not user friendly because you got
At
like
all.
a little bit of space,
Right.
to move these boxes places, and then it just doesn't work the way a desktop
From your
would.
phone, yeah,
so
correct.
that's probably what it is. So we'll just go with that. But just waiting on agents and
Because that's what we
Getting
do. We
things
just sit
signed.
around with our completed documents, just waiting for you to ask for them. So,
no,
so just devil's advocate. Sometimes we are waiting for that stuff, but sometimes we are
I
just
know,
lazy and
I know,
forget.
it's
And
just
move quicker, Bill.
I know, right?
Be better.
try
Right.
harder.
Yes.
Okay, if you were, one question, then I might have a follow-up. Would you ever be an agent for a day?
No.
Well, there goes my follow.
Let's pretend you wanted to be an
I
agent.
was going to
Let's-
say, what would you look forward to most if you were going to be an agent for a day?
The paperwork.
Fair. Honestly, I like paperwork too.
Filling it out, getting it signed.
Those MLS data sheets.
Oh,
Oh, you'd
man,
go
yeah.
crazy.
Oh,
12 pages.
Yeah.
I get-
I have to say,
She'd add more pages if she
yes.
could.
Well, sometimes when I'm like entering a listing, I literally picture me putting my house on the market and like all the things that I would check. So I do have fun with that.
I love
sometimes.
it.
That's what gets me out of bed in the morning is thinking of doing an MLS data sheet, all 48 pages of it or whatever it
For
is.
real. Well, I think that's all my questions for
Okay.
you. Would you change anything about the world of real estate if you could?
I'd have to think about that. It's gonna take some time to come up with an answer like
There's
that.
just such a big list. You can't decide on one.
No, yeah, there isn't. I have more than one. Yeah.
There's a lot. I can't even imagine.
Oh,
I haven't
wait.
put my list together.
Actually, I have another question for you. How often do you, since you have so much involvement in putting listings and posting everyone's listings, all of that, you do a lot of the marketing, most of the marketing for us. How often do you see a house that you are thinking, if this was in our area, I need to call my husband Bob and tell him that we got to buy
I
it
do
right
all
now?
the time. But with our interest rate, we're not doing anything.
Right.
I want to build, but yeah, no, I do it all the time. I'm like, hey, did you see this? Look at this, and
It's like the fourth one that week.
yeah, I could probably spend a lot of money in the job that I'm in. Yeah, buying different houses every time I see one come out.
I love it. Well, thank you, Tara, for stepping in today. Those are my questions for you. Thank you
I
for
gotta
all
add
that
something.
you do.
What else can we add? How often do you see marketing from other agents, not to put anybody on the spot here, that you just either love
your
and
skin
or
crawl?
more probably likely hate or think you could do way better with?
It's been a few times, yeah.
A few times today.
No, I haven't seen anything today, but no, yeah, there are things that I come across and I'm like, no,
I think that this,
that does not work.
we're probably hyper
I'm
focused on
not-
real estate. That's
yeah, and
it's
I'm
probably
not,
every
I'm
industry.
not a professional. I just do it because I like to create,
Right.
So sometimes I piggyback off of other things, but sometimes when you look and you see a graphic, you're just like, no, I don't know why they did that.
Like they shouldn't even
Be
try.
better.
Like what are we doing?
Yeah. And I actually just sent you guys one not too long ago, and I was like, I don't even remember what I said, but I was like, no.
We need to dig up. We were keeping that folder for a while. I think Tom put us on that, like the bad listing photos, like just to not put anybody on blast, but like just we'd see photos that were just tragic.
Just the wildest thing.
Yeah, just local stuff too, not just like the Zillow Gone Wild stuff that we've had, but more not so just the house, but like just agents not taking time to just
Yeah.
do simple things.
Or
So
the full-on mirror
But-
selfie.
yeah,
photo.
the agent in the mirror. Yes.
I'm going to get a plug. If you don't have time to do it, you want to join a brokerage that has someone to do it.
And that
Call
brokerage would be
Compass.
ours.
They'll have a private listing for you any
No.
day. Oh no,
I
okay.
meant us.
Oh, I knew where you were going with that. Okay, Tara, the final questions I had one. How much do you hate Brian Shuby? Could we go for?
Depends on the day.
Yes,
Seriously
that's-
recording.
yes, we are. That's going to be the highlight of the video. All right, let's go right into Tara. Tara, we get into pre-approval letters. You wanted to cover that, didn't you? No.
I
No, one of our agents brought it up. I'm giving her a hard time. I guess to briefly touch on that if we can. I'm sure we can all chime in. So pre-approval letter. So if you're buying a home, more likely if you're using any type of lender, you're getting something from the lender that says, I'm approved to buy 123 Main Street up to, pick a number, $250,000. The beef this agent has, and I'll back him up then too, is that letter says $250,000, but say the house is $225,000, but you're approved at $250,000, and you put an offer in for $220,000 or $215,000, so that seller's going to see your pre-approval letter of $250,000 and like, well, why is this jerk lowballing me? What are we doing here?
Yeah.
So he can get up to $250,000, so why aren't we at that price then too? So my recommendation has always been to, if you can get to lender to do it, just put Bob and Betty Buyer approved to buy 123 Main Street and just leave it at that. We don't need a number. We don't need a price. I think that's what Jason was getting
Yeah,
at
I
right
think
then as
so.
far as. So I don't know your guys' thoughts or if you get letters like that or if that's worked against you. I think he said that cost someone some money. And I've had a client I'm on the other side of it, so it worked out okay. I guess I'm on the seller side. Exact same scenario. The buyer came in, not my client, trying to lowball a little bit. My seller sees their pre-approval letter with a much higher dollar amount than what it was actually right above the list price then. So we came in basically at that with closing costs and things like that, and that's where we ended up. So maybe they were prepared to go there already. I don't know, but we knew darn well that they were approved up to that amount. So I guess that's my contention is if you're going to get a pre-approval letter, maybe, I don't know, can you just redact it? Can you do, I mean.
I've seen agents, like, obviously I see a lot of different documents from agents and stuff, but I've seen them where they cross it off or black it out.
Sure.
So
I don't know. I mean, ultimately, I guess if you're a buyer and you're only willing, that's your number. That's your number. I mean, you don't have to technically do anything. I mean,
Sure.
walk away from the deal or, use that tactic too. Hey, kind of like a used car salesman. I'm sure a lot of people do that. Hey, I'm going to go home and think about it and, see if they come back later.
Yep.
So
Also, if your seller's concerned about it, then maybe you as the listing agent should just call that lender and say, like, if it's one where theirs is lower than what the offer price is or something like that, or that it's not listed on there, then you as the listing agent should call their lender if your seller's concerned about it or if you are concerned about it and just say, hey, just want to make sure so-and-so is a pre-approved up to this amount. They have an offer in on.
Yeah, they're good to go there.
I mean, I
like,
guess you could do the reverse too. What's to stop you
Yeah.
from a house being listed at $250, having the lender put $240 on your that's the most I'm pre-approved for. That's all I can do.
Yeah.
And
So
using it the reverse way.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, because that's generally going to be the max I think they can probably do, borrow a lot of times then too. So yeah, I'm sure there's 100 different ways you can go about it. But to your point too, I would say most purchase contracts I've written, I haven't redacted or changed anything and just I understand the pre-approval, it goes through this, but they're willing to pay X for your home. And
this is what we think your house, this is what we're willing to pay for your house. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, that's kind of end of story there.
And I love the ambitious ones where their top dollar is $225, but they're trying to buy the $250 or $275, and well, let's see if they'll come down, right? They'll negotiate, right?
Can't say it hasn't happened.
Oh yeah, for sure. All right, Chew, what are we doing with buyer voter registration?
Yeah, I'm just sitting here thinking, we always talk about when you purchase a home, transferring utilities, your electric, your gas, internet, trash, those sorts of things. But one thing I think a lot of people forget about, just because I just thought about this the other day for myself, when you move, you need to update your voter registration. So you need to, I guess this is particularly for the state of Ohio, if you move within Ohio or change your name, you must submit a new voter registration form to update your information. Just keep in mind that, so I think our elections here are May 5th, right? Yep, April 6th. No, May 5th, yes. May 5th is the primary. So you need to have your voter registration updated at least 30 days beforehand. So that would be April 6th, 2026. You need to have your voter registration updated. You may still be able to vote after that time frame. However, it would have to be a provisional ballot instead of a regular ballot.
That's I think it's some type of like absentee ballot almost, or like they count it if they have a runoff or something like that.
Correct. So just one of those things, again, not a whole lot, but just keep in mind and again, check into whatever state you live in. Just check into those deadlines and make sure that you're registered to vote before then. So.
Well, who votes in a primary anyways, right?
Not a lot of people, but again,
I didn't think about too though. Like if you get married and change your last name, you'd have to update that.
Right.
Ugh.
What are you telling us, Sierra?
No, I'm just saying.
What are we working on?
I would have never thought about that.
I guess I didn't think of that either. Just your name, I guess. I mean, you're going there with your ID. I guess it comes up with something different. So
that's so much work.
Yeah, I would think it would be. You would want that because then it could change.
I know
where your polling place.
I know
is.
it did. Yeah. So ours changed from where we were to obviously more closer to where we're at now. But I know just because Lil had went out and bought a 8-year driver's license or something, and we had just literally gotten married, so she had to change, it wasn't updated. So instead of actually needing to update the driver's license, I know we went on to the BMV's website and they just sent us a little postcard in the mail that she just has to throw in her purse and carry around with her. That pretty much just says, hey, this person is the updated address. Here's the updated address for this individual or whatever.
That's
so
nice.
It wasn't like we had to go buy a whole new driver's license.
Right.
So
Yeah, because those 8-year ones are expensive.
yeah.
I think that's what I do with my last one.
I would probably just pay the
I wouldn't
extra money
move.
to have it
Yeah.
changed.
I still want to have to get my eyes checked again, honestly. I'm just like, can we just do this for as long as possible? So I cannot do that. So, all right. So get that. If you want to vote in the primary, get it done. I think when we moved, I ran into that then too. I didn't update it in time. And I think it was good by the time the actual election came around, maybe. But yeah, that's just one of the things you don't think of.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, all right, cool. I got a couple things I want to go through here, just super quick. Maybe you guys chime in whenever here. I thought it was a cute little dog pic. That's what got my attention here to start with, just to be all honest here. But so I just saw an article. I couldn't find the article. Some guy in Florida sold his home with ChatGPT or something like that. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. I'm sure he's probably a little more savvy than what most are, because, if you have my dad try to use ChatGPT and sell his house, it ain't happening probably. So I'd say this is still the minority versus, the majority of people. And are us agents, are we in trouble? Is our whole industry in trouble? That's where I've seen several articles where like, well, pack your bags, let's start digging ditches, I guess. So, because we're out of business because of AI. So this Inman article says reports of agent doom has been greatly exaggerated. I had my highlights, but they disappeared. I'm sorry. So a lot of recent social medias and on X has talked about, the downfall of the agent or what's going to happen with that. And they referenced Open Door several times in some of these things. But Open Door has been around for how long? We've talked about it, all these instant cash offers, all these things. Those didn't put us out of business. I'm old enough to remember. I just found out I'm a Xennial. I think you and I are both Xennials, which I didn't even know that was a thing, I guess.
Gen Z,
God,
right?
it gets worse.
Yeah, so it's in between Gen X and millennial, so we're Zennials, I guess. So we're in a weird little category to where the internet was going to kill agents. I mean, I'm old enough to remember that. Oh, here's there's Zillow. Your agents are out of business. Well, I guess AI is there too, was what they're saying. So could these tech platforms eventually reduce or eliminate the role of a traditional real estate agent? Questions based on social media buzz across tech and real estate related accounts. AI transaction platforms and streamlined buying tools pushing, our industry forward, I guess, for lack of a better word, or is it pushing us out? So one tweet on X said that Open Door can complete a home purchase in just 12 minutes, while others spoke more, which I don't know how you close anything in 12 minutes. Find me a title company that's going to get you closed in 12 minutes. You might get an offer in 12 minutes. I'll give you an offer in 11 minutes if you want an offer. If you want a lowball offer, I'll give you one in about 5 minutes probably, because that's what you're getting. So again, is the AI, is that going to be the problem? So there's a lot of valid points here. I can't remember the guy's name, Blake O'Shaughnessy, co-founder of, I don't know how you say that.
That was wrong.
O'Shaughnessy, Blake O'Shaughnessy. He said this is a bloated industry, and change is necessary. I agree, Sean O'Shaughnessy, whatever your name is. So, yeah, I definitely think it is. There's a lot of part-time agents, a lot of agents that probably don't know what they're doing at this point here, trying to keep up with things as well. So when it comes to the essentials of a real estate agent, though, it's the largest financial decision most people are going to make. It's the largest asset they're going to make. So I don't know how many times I put something in ChatGPT or Claude and it has been absolutely wrong or giving you terrible advice or like, oh, Bill, that's amazing. That's a fantastic idea. Yes, do that wholeheartedly. And it's completely wrong. So why would you trust the biggest asset you possibly have to just some random prompt that you would have? So if somebody knows what they're doing with ChatGPT, I mean, we use it quite a bit then too. If you give it good prompts, kind of redirect it, know what to ask it, I guess you can probably get good answers. But I just don't see us being replaced by that today.
And if an issue does arise, who are you going to sue?
So that's a lot of that went into then too, is all the liability and getting the, good luck when the appraisal comes in low, and good luck when, something needs fixed or you need to fight with the title company, or, I guess if you're not selling Open Door in 12 minutes, then there's, as we all know, a myriad of things that could come up with that. So, but yeah, the article goes on and on and on, basically just saying, hey, agents, you're fine. You're not out of a job today, but I guess I've been beating that drum for how long with AI and things like that then too. I spent the last month working on different things. So I think we need to embrace it, but I think every industry kind of sort of does. I mean, I don't know an industry that's probably not going to be affected by it, but are doctors out of business tomorrow? Are attorneys out of business tomorrow? I mean, I don't think we're going to be out of business. And Tara, I don't know. I'm not sure. We'll see. What's that?
I got plans.
Yeah.
So.
No, we've told you 1,000 times, but you're not allowed to quit. So that's, I guess, all I got there, unless you guys got something else to throw in for there. I don't see us out of business, but I think it's going to shake out a lot of the weak hands. I do. Some of the people that just aren't going to adapt or bring some of this stuff in. But I mean, just even for emails, I mean, for anything contract review, you're not taking it as gospel, but it helps do a lot of the heavy lifting. So
That just made me think, this is a little off topic, but maybe this will be my topic next week. You were talking about shaking out some of the weaker hands with changes. And I think we've brought this up, but I wonder how many agents did not come back after buyer's agency started. I want to see if I can find stats on that. Because I remember there was a lot of talk of like...
Yeah, we're all retiring.
Yeah, there's just a lot of people are going to probably hang it up after this one, but...
I honestly don't think the numbers have dipped much.
Right.
I mean, or there's been enough new agents coming in that's offset the people that have left. I don't know. Is there an easy way to pull that somewhere? I don't even know where we would look for that.
Yeah, I don't even know where
That's
to
a great
start.
question, though.
I'll see if I can find out.
Yeah, that would be a good one. Because that too, and then, just the ones that are worried about tech too, I think, are probably going to be looking for the door then as well. Because I don't know what you do if eventually we get to this and every CRM you use, every tool you use has an AI plug-in and you don't even want to use your email, if you're that agent at that point. If you're
I was going to say, even anymore, even with Google Mail, like it has like use this ChatGPT response or whatever when somebody sends you something.
That's horrifying.
I've been getting that on my Gmail.
Yeah.
It just pops right up then.
Yeah.
And then I want to briefly touch interest rates. And the reason I talk about this, I've had still so many, and I hear you guys is too, so many people still waiting on rates. They're worried about Iran. They're worried about it's just wait and see. Like we're just going to wait and see. I feel like January, February has been a little bit on the slower side. I've got the numbers here too that came from OAR that popped up here then too. So number of listings are up, but not substantially. I've heard a couple of the title companies I've talked to then too, like, it seems to be a lot more listings. Well, of all of Ohio, year over year, there's 3% more listings.
I felt like there was too, but I mean, I feel like everyone I have looking right now, it's like fighting tooth and nail to find a place.
Right. So I think there are probably more listings, but there's not that many more. And the good ones, I guess, are the ones that are desirable. People, to your point, are still fighting over those. But then on the flip side of it, then sales are still down year over year, then too, February to February, down 2.5%. So we're at the numbers pretty close to what 2023 was. And then the same thing, listings have increased from 23 to 24 to 25 in February anyways, have gone up.
Can you hover over like the county and it show you?
No, it's not that cool of a map. It's OAR, okay, it's not that good. It does what it can. Median sales price, $255, which I guess is closer to our market compared to some of them California ones or whatever. They're just totally out of whack then. Again, median price up 6.2%. They're still calling it a seller's market because there's only less than 3 months of inventory. So some perspective there, 6 months is considered like neutral. So if there's 6 months of inventory, meaning there's that many houses coming on, it takes that long for the average home to sell, that would be considered a neutral market. So we have to get past that for it to be considered a buyer's market. So I've heard so many people too, it's a buyer's market. It's totally flipped. I just don't see it as being quite the pandemonium it was. And again, the numbers kind of scream that then as well. So again, that's up 2.2%, which probably went from 2.5 months to 2.7 months. So it didn't really increase too much from there. So that brings me to the date the race. So what kind of put me down this rabbit hole, my boy Chris Smith, I don't know what I call him my boy. I've never met the guy, but he has a lot of spicy kind of throwouts here with that then too. So everyone waiting for 3% rates. Here's what actually happens when they drop. Demand explodes overnight, which we've talked about that. I think demand will go up. Inventory disappears, which it seems like it's already still not really there. Bidding wars return, and you pay $50,000 more for the same house. So the smart move is buying now at 6% and refinancing at 4%, the classic, marry the house, date the rate. And then he gets blown up down here. Then there's all my highlights disappeared. Talking about how irresponsible this is. Who is he to say that rates are going to go down? What crystal ball does he have? Someone wrote an article here then too. I'll pull that up. This was actually, I'll screw this up here. Jillian, help me out with that. Schlick, thank you. Jillian Schlick, CEO of National Association of Mortgage Fiduciary, or Director of National Association of Mortgage Fiduciaries. Sounds like a big title. I don't know who she is. I don't know what that company is, but we're going to say that she's an expert then too. Went to a lot of the things here. So the phrases that are under a microscope, buy now, you can refinance when rates drop. Buy now before the bidding wars return. Buy now with an arm, we'll refi you out later. Date the rate, marry the house. So they're saying all of those statements are pretty problematic and can get somebody in trouble. So I'm sure we've thrown stuff like that out there, but I think we kind of follow it up with, hey, we're not, financial wizards or experts or whatever, what I mean? You do what you need to do. So then I further through this, we go back to this old realtor.com. I lost my article here. Here we go. Or this came from, what source was this here? They were going through the pricing then. So expectations of pricing. So we talked about this quite a while ago. So the pessimistic view, the I guess panel wide view, and the most optimistic view of what home prices are going to look like going over the next several years. So I use Claude and come over here and say, okay, well, what's that actually going to do? You take that assumption that prices are going to go up there and interest rates, where does that take you to even things out? So the pessimistic one was saying that rates need to drop by 0.65 if you're going to keep up with that curve. So that's saying prices go up the littlest amount possible over the next 4 to 5 years. Rates would need to drop by 0.65. So the middle of the road thing saying that this is probably where prices of homes are going to go. If you're waiting for the rates to drop today, they'd have to be 1.5 lower, so 1.5% lower. And the most optimistic thinking prices are going to continue to go up almost 27% over the next 5 years. You need rates today to drop 2.25 to get there. So if you're waiting for rates to drop versus what the pricing is going to go up, and again, fact check me if you want. I just threw it in AI. I'm not saying this is accurate or not. I just threw the charts and did whatever. It sounds believable to me. My calculator would break if I tried to do any of this then too. But the way I'm looking at that, even if the realistic middle of the road, you would need 1.5% lower than what it is today, which I don't even know what it is today. Kind of pulled this up. So Housing Wire's got it 6.2. Google, what that have 6.12. So I mean, yeah, you need to be quite a bit lower than 1.5% lower than that. So you need to be at, high 4s for that math to make sense then, middle of the road. So I don't know.
I don't think that's happening for a while.
No, I don't think so either. I really don't. I don't know what. So I don't know what the answer is. I don't know. Inventory's still low. I mean, we just saw what the math is year over year from that. Rates still, we were promised 2% lower a year and a half ago by now of what it was going to be. All the talking heads said it was going to be that way. But to me, the math's pretty well. I mean, I don't think prices are going to go down. If the whole Iran thing blows up into something crazy and, COVID 2.0 comes around, maybe prices fall through. But to me, it's just if it's time to buy a house.
Agreed.
I don't know. I don't know what else to do with it. I don't know what better advice to give to people. I get this all the time. I mean, do you guys still? I mean, every 5 times a week I get somebody, is now the right time to buy? What's the market going to do? What's the rates going to do? What's, just from random people.
I feel like I've been hearing more randomly of like, oh, the rates are better. Like the rates have come down a little bit. It seems like the outlook is starting to change a little bit because they've stayed a little bit more stagnant for a few months now.
I actually think they jumped up. I mean, because I just sent something to you then too, because you guys closed on yours probably at an opportune time, and all this stuff kind of happened again, and it did jump right back up to where it was. So, and
it is like, do you want to pay the closer to list price or wherever you fall at 6.1 or 6.3 or whatever, and then refi when rates do come down, or do you want to wait and overpay more than likely because you're going to be in a bidding war? It's, I don't know, pick your heart there. And that doesn't even factor that in too. So even if you don't, I guess, account for diminishing inventory if the bidding wars start again, even if it just stays the same, that math I just went through holds true then as well. So if it just stays middle of the way growth, you still need to be 1.5% lower, and then the bidding wars start up when it does go 1.5% lower, and you can't get a house.
$50,000 more.
Yeah, I think the math even gets worse for that.
Yeah, I feel like right now, in comparison to that scenario, you probably have a little bit more freedom of choice. You're not going to be fighting as tooth and nail for every little thing, negotiating every little thing, wondering if you should try to do without an inspection because every other 4 offers is going to have no inspection, yada, yada. You think you have a lot more options when it comes down to negotiation right now, where you could eventually refi and hope that would happen, or you know, I mean, we'll still take care of you when the bidding wars are going on.
Right. You brought up a lot of great points because how much worse of a position are you as a buyer in when it is back to that again?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, the house went on the market at noon. You better write an offer by 5 p.m. that day.
Right.
And by the way, you better, come swinging over list price, no inspections, no anything,
Right.
waive the, do an appraisal gap thing, all the stuff we talked about before, puts you in a terrible position. But I don't know. Not just trying to talk people into buying a house, but I don't know how else to answer the question when people are asking, like, well, when's the right time to do it? I don't know.
Right.
Depends on your scenario.
The right time is when you need to move.
Yep.
Truthfully.
Yeah, if you're upsizing, downsizing, whatever the case may be. So just tell Bob, it's now or never. You got to do it. This next house you see that pops up, you just jump on it. So, all right, I rambled plenty along there. Sorry. Terry, you got anything to take us out with?
No.
No.
I don't.
Agents, I'll give the advice for. Turn your paperwork in, all of them. I don't care which company you're with. Get stuff turned in. Get it turned into the other agents. Take better pictures. Do a better job with your marketing. It is true.
Get a better printer if it doesn't scan very nice.
Yeah, if it scans crooked and miscolored and your printer kicks out sideways and just be more. I mean, we're supposed to be
professionals.
I feel like we are professionals. I feel like we're all professional agents, but there's so many agents that just
don't
aren't.
take the time
Yeah.
to
All the minor details,
it is. I know it's minor, but
No, or keeping
add
up with
up.
the laws or the rules or the
it's minor, but when you're talking about representing clients, you want them to know that you're professional.
Mm-hmm.
You have their best interest in mind, and that's part of it.
yeah.
Period.
I still have some of the agents that do that. So I just can't. This whole buyer agency thing or buyer rep thing is just stupid. I don't even know how to do that. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, how long has this been now?
Almost 2 years.
This isn't new. Yeah, this has
Yeah.
been around forever. So it just
So
kind
if
of
I
gives
had
that.
anything to say, it'd be if you can't do it on your own and you need an admin, come join our office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Period,
I'll take care of
right?
ya.
Period.
Yeah. Tara will take care of
Nobody
you.
like Tara. Nobody like Miss TT.
All right, that is episode 78. We'll leave it there. Do all the things, like, share. Let us know if you want us to have Tara back. I vote yes. We should have her back. Actually, we have 5 microphones. We should have her on every episode. We could probably do that. We'll figure it out then. All right, until next time, we will see you then.